Welcome back to the shack, guys. Today we're gonna have a tomahawk steak, guys. I really fancy a bit of steak, so why not fire up the Fornetto Basso smoker? Yes, we haven't had this fired up for a while now, guys, so we're gonna fire up our water smoker. We're gonna do a reverse sear on this steak, so we're gonna bring it up to temp in our Fornetto, and then we're gonna take off all the bodies and sear it on them coals, guys. So come in, let's prep up this beautiful, look how thick that is, just compared to my head, ribeye, a tomahawk steak. And if anyone in Britain, guys, this is one from Aldi. So if you want to know what the Aldi tomahawk steaks are like, follow along. This is it for you, guys. So we've got our beautiful couple of inch thick piece of ribeye, guys, and that's a bone-in ribeye. And what we're going to do, we're going to season this up now ahead of cooking. So I've got a steak seasoning. Of course, you could just use salt, guys, but we're going to take this beautiful seasoning. It's got some paprika, it's got some nutmeg, it's got salt in there already. I'm going to season up this piece of beautiful ribeye. Don't forget the edges. We'll dab them in the board. I'll flip it over, season the other side, and then we're going to let this sit on the side for about half an hour. We have had it out of the fridge for about half an hour now, so that's going to bring the temp up. And while this is coming up to temp, guys, and dry brining in that beautiful flavour, let's get the Fornetto fired up and start that chamber getting up to temp, guys. So I've got that beautiful ribeye seasoning up, guys. I'm going to leave that sitting on the side and take our Fornetto, and I've put a couple of tumbleweed firelighters on here, guys. I've got a chimney full of briquettes, guys, ready to fire up some nice heat beads. So get them natural firelighters fired up, sit your charcoal on top, and let's bring that up to temp, guys. Ignore the hat, guys. I've just knocked myself out in the shed getting the axe to split me wood. So commitment, guys. Stevie stripped up, bandaged up, and we're back on with the cook. So I think that deserves a thumbs up, like, and even a subscribe, guys, because I am ploughing through for you. So we've tipped down our briquettes into the bottom with a nice piece of beech smoking wood, and we're going to set the body back up on top of the barbecue. We've opened up all the vents, and I'll chuck on the lid, open that up, guys, and we'll let this come up to temp. We're going to be bringing that steak up to temp. We're going to be smoking it around 110 degrees Celsius, 225 degrees Fahrenheit, guys. I'll shut that lid up, get ready, try and sort my head out again, and I'll see you when it's time for putting the steak on the barbecue. Right, guys, we've got all the vents open, including the top vent. It's starting to come up on that 100 degrees Celsius, so I think it's time to transfer the steak over to the Fornetto Basso, and then we'll dial in them vents, guys, to keep it rocking around that 110 degrees Celsius. So we'll take a beautiful tomahawk steak and place it down on the grill, and we're going to take our temp spike from Thermometer, and we're going to monitor this, guys, because this is a reverse sear, as I said, and we're going to be bringing it up to around that 51, 52 degrees Celsius internal temp, about rare, and then that'll give us time to bring up the coals, sear that outside, and hopefully serve a beautiful medium rare tomahawk steak, guys. So we've got our probe inserted. Let's go for beef. Let's set the temp to rare, and start cooking, guys. In she goes. It's almost the same as my meter probe app, but that gave up the ghost at Christmas, guys, so I bought a new one, and I thought I'd try this. So far, really like it, and it's a lot cheaper, guys, so check it out. I'll leave a link in the description down below. See you guys when this gets up to temp, and then we'll sear that outside like a beautiful crust. While that's coming up to temp, we're also going to make a finishing butter or a compound butter, guys. So come in, have a look, and let's make that butter. Monitoring the beef, guys. We're going to make our compound butter. I'll leave the ingredients down in the description below, guys. But we're going to start with some butter. We've got some salt. We've got some pepper. We have some parsley. A little bit of rosemary. Easy garlic. In she goes, guys. And then some beautiful Worcestershire sauce. Oops. And then we're just gonna mix all this up without making too much of a mess, guys. The butter, because it's been outside, it's not room temperature anymore, it's getting nice and cold. I'm going to just pop this next to the barbecue, let that warm up, and then I'll mince all this together, guys, and make a beautiful finishing butter. You can see, guys, we have 20 seconds left, and that steak will have reached 52 degrees internal temp, which is beautiful and rare. I'm going to lift it off and rest it and get the barbecue set up for sear. So let's take off that lid and have a look how she's turning out. Just look at that beautiful smoky colour, guys. The Fornetto gives a great smoke penetration. Just look at that mahogany colour in there. You can see the bones have picked up the smoke. Sorry, guys, the alarm went off on the temp spike. But look at that beautiful mahogany colour. I'm going to transfer that onto the chopping board, let that rest, and we'll set this up for sear mode. I'm going to pop on our welding gloves for this, guys. I'm going to take out the grill grate. I'm going to lift off the chamber. So what I've done is taken the charcoal basket from the bottom, lifted it up. Because we've got them two tabs, you can set it up here. So that's going to bring that heat right to the surface. And then we can pop our grill grates straight over the top of them hot coals and let them get screaming hot, guys, ready for searing off that beautiful steak. Just going to rake off some of that ash just to get these glowing red hot, guys. Got my welding glove on, guys. Let's get a beautiful tomahawk steak now and drop it straight down onto them red hot coals, and let's build up a beautiful crust. I'm going to leave it for around 60 seconds either side until I'm happy with that crust. But we know we've got that perfect internal temp, so it is just a case of building up that beautiful, crunchy, flavourful crust on this steak. Let's flip it over. You can see some of that charring starting to happen. We'll flip it onto the side and we'll char up that fat cap. Beautiful caramelised colour starting to form. The fat glistening, rolling on that side, and that's that crust really starting to form. And just keep an eye on the temp, guys. So we're just creeping up on that nice medium rare temp. So we'll get ready to pull it off in about 30-40 seconds. Beautiful colour now, guys. that crust completely formed. So time to take it off, pop it on the tin foil and get some of that finishing butter on to rest. Pop it into our tin foil. We'll take some of that compound butter, place that on the top, guys, and that's just going to add absolute flavour bomb to this steak. Butter makes everything better. I'm already salivating thinking about it, but you know, as with every steak, you can't cut into it now, guys. So let's wrap it up and let it rest for 10 minutes and then let's slice into it. Check out that beautiful medium rare steak, guys, and I'm sure you all want me to slice into this beautiful juicy steak. So let's cut into it. Open her up, go all the way through. Look at that, beautiful and pink all the way through. Cut, beautiful, moist, juicy slice of steak. My favourite bit, the taste test. Dave going absolutely bonkers down there. But I've got a beautiful, juicy, absolutely flavour smacking piece of Tomahawk ribeye. It is absolutely delicious, guys. I hope you've enjoyed this cook. Even with injuries, we've still gone through, guys. Cooked a beautiful tomahawk steak, fired up the Fornetto, which I've been dying to do for a while. I'm going to go in, enjoy this with Grace, and then I'm going to cook Brad some burgers. See you in the next video, guys, somewhere over here.